Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, X-Wing players, and anyone who is potentially interested in X-Wing. Welcome to our channel. Please subscribe to our future transmissions and click like on our videos. The more videos you click like on, the more we know what videos to create more of. My call sign is BatMando, and if you are interested in learning this game or are just getting back into this game for 2.5, then this is the place to be. So, our topic today is navigating the obstacles. This time, it's the medium base edition. Please don't be an asteroid magnet. In other words, stop flying into obstacles on the field of battle. So, it's just embarrassing and it makes you look like a TIE fighter. Oh, wait, I just said that out loud. My bad. All right, so now I have a challenge for you today, and that is please leave us a comment in the comment section of this video and answer this question. What is the best medium base ship in the X-Wing universe? So, in which case, and yes, that does mean you can put in an answer for extended. So, we would prefer standard, but hey, guess what? This is asking the question of what is the best medium base ship? So, let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? Now, still talking about spatial awareness, except this time we're talking about it being a medium base. Sometimes you have to fly in between obstacles. Sometimes you have to fly around them. At least that's the way that you should be flying, because if you're flying over them, then you're most likely taking damage. And unless you're a quick draw trying to lose the shield on purpose, then it's really not helping. So now, in which case, let's go ahead and show you some of these pictures to help new players avoiding all the obstacles. Now, medium base, for the purpose of this training, you can see that I have set up a situation where this medium base, as in the Xi class this time, is going to be flying to, or approaching an obstacle. So obviously, you do not get a chance to pre-measure during a game. So in which case, I have only placed this ruler here for visual reference. So all the way at the back of this base, all the way to the side of this asteroid, you see that it is a range 2 distance. Now, obviously, we don't want you to run this ship onto a rock. So what maneuvers can you make? Now, you could go ahead and do a hard turn to the left or a hard turn to the right, but then you're facing the wrong way and you're not in the fight. So, in which case, let's go ahead and talk about other options available to you, because I'm assuming that you want to keep this ship facing in the direction of your opponents. So, let's look at some of the options. Now, I am going to show you that, yes, you can make a left 3 bank and still clear this particular asteroid that you see here. So now, however, making a right 3 bank turn is most likely going to clip the rock and damage your ship. So in which case, if you think I'm wrong, well, let's go ahead and show you. Boom. Now you've taken 1 damage and you have to roll your attack die for a potential next damage. So in which case, let's go ahead and say that you don't want that to happen unless you're quick draw. Now, however, let's also say that you want to get to the right, as in continue to make a right turn, but stay shielded by the rock for that extra defense die. What are your options? You could potentially do a 1 bank or a 2 bank. So let's go ahead and show you a 2 bank. So, and as a comparison, you see the left 3 here, and then we show you the 2 right bank, and that is what it's going to look like. The right 2 bank, however, it's going to clear the rock, absolutely, but you may lose the defense bonus on certain attacks. So, for instance, if you have an attack coming from this side, it's clearly going to be blocked by the asteroid. However, if you have an attack that's coming from up here, it's not going to give you that extra defense. But at least you're not on top of a rock, and you may get a chance to shoot. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide here. Now, you could also follow it up with 1 left hard turn. Now, this is not something that can be done by the Xi class light shuttle. This could be a fire spray, because they do have a hard left at that point in time. And as you can see, I have the symbol there for a fire spray, and it is I'm going to tell you that this is an awesome option for it, because yes, you've gone this way, now you've done a hard turn, and you could be facing the enemies that are coming in from this side of the obstacle, or you could also be shooting out the back if somebody was coming through or coming at you this direction. You have circumvented that threat and still have the option to shoot out the back. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So, as I said, there's a lot of different options from this position. Now, let's go ahead and show you this real quick. Instead of getting too close to that rock and staying behind it so you can get the defense, hey, guess what? The Zai has a one bank at that point in time. You can go ahead and do that. And then you could also follow up with a too hard to the left turn. Yes, it's going to be really, really close to that rock and scratching some paint, man, but you are still there, clear, and able to attack. So now, let's see here. You can, or as I said, there's also the possibility that you can block an enemy ship that was trying to come through this way, and you can attack it there. So, now let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, and that is moving forward. Let's go ahead and say that you have to slip between these two obstacles right here. A right 3 bank at this point in time is going to have you fly right onto the rock, which we definitely don't want you to do because you're going to be picking up a damage and then rolling for another. So you're going to have to split this movement up between two different turns. So in which case you can do a 2 forward at this point in time. I think a 3 forward would take you too far out of the possibility of flying through this lane. So as you're about to see, after this ship has completed a 2 forward, it's then able to do a 2 bank and still be clear on both sides. So right 2 bank at that point in time, and it's going to be fine. However, you will see in the next picture that it is going to be really, really close to this debris cloud. But because it's a medium base, it could do that. So real close as you can see, but clear. A large base would not be able to make that. So not doing those same maneuvers, which is what we will be covering in another video. So to show you exactly that. Okay, so that's everything in a nutshell, I believe, with the medium base movements. However, we still want to hear your opinion. What is the best medium base ship that you think is available in the X-Wing universe through the game? So in which case, leave your answers in this comment section of this video, and we may get some very strong opinions. We may also see in that conversation that the weaknesses of certain ships that are available may be exposed. And then I will also tell you that if you were thinking about buying certain medium bases, this should be a good way to go ahead and get the scoop on what people really think are good medium base ships versus not as good. But here are my 2 credits and the 3 top medium bases according to me. So I will tell you that I am an absolute fan of the Slave 1, also known as the Fire Spray. So in which case, as you can see there, medium base, awesome ship, gets you in and out of trouble very easily. The next one that I'm also going to be sharing that I'm a fan of is they also have a very similar reason. They have the ARC 170 and the Fire Spray both have the ability to shoot out the front and shoot out the back. You can also get an upgrade or another pilot or crew member to go ahead and help you with shooting out the back, so that you could possibly even do a shot out the front, bonus attack out the back. Granted, you're probably going to be in the thick of some really bad maneuvers at that point in time. In other words, you may have a whole bunch of ships ahead of you and a whole bunch of ships behind you. So in which case, just watch out to not put yourself in the middle of a death sandwich. So now, final one that I'm going to tell you that I recommend is the Xi Class Light Shuttle. You have to build it a certain way, because I'm going to tell you that if you get the ability to put Hux with a tactical officer and a couple of other upgrades on there, you are then able to coordinate 3 of the same types of ships at the same time. You're going to be stressed for it, but it is so worth it. All right, so in which case, that's a whole different conversation for a whole different time. Now, let's go ahead and go on to the next thing. And that is, if there was anything I discussed that you have no idea what we're talking about, you can check it out in any one of these 3 links that we put into the description of every video that we upload to this channel. So, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at the address on the screen there. If there's any topics you want us to cover, go ahead and send them in so that we can start working on those videos for you. All right. So credits are given to Slides Carnival, Unsplash for all the use of their presentation materials that are in this video. Thank you. And if you are in the DFW area, you can see here by pausing all the different places that have groups that come out and play on certain nights. So let's see here. Please subscribe to our channel. Please support our channel for that matter. Click like on the videos that you like. Subscribe, as I already said, and get some of your friends to subscribe as well. Talk this channel up with some of your friends and see if you can get them to also play the game with us. So we're always looking for growing our community. That's one of the purposes of this channel. So, in which case, that's everything that I got to say. So, as always, BatMando out.